Hello, and welcome back to Blind Dark Souls 3. At least that's what I would like to say, except... finally happened after 3 LPs of Dark Souls and Souls-like games. I had a recording mess up. I lost about an hour of footage. Just straight up lost that footage. I had the audio and everything, but none of the video, so what are you gonna fucking do, right? Got quite a bit into the next area, saw quite a few things and had quite a few good reactions. But hey, Souls games, what are you gonna do, right? Not nearly enough yet. I'm going to spend these souls just so that they're not lost, and I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to retread the ground that I went, just pointing out like what was there, what happened, just, you know, to get it on screen. Yeah, I hate it, but that's really the only good option for what I can do here.
Farewell, Ashen One, made of...
So, let's start out with the first thing that I showed off. Just because it is worth showing on video. And as I stated, these are going to be very quick. I'm probably going to run through most of these areas, not really fighting everything, because that would be a bit much. And hopefully I can retread this ground in a half hour. And hey, maybe, you know, that just means I get to play more today, right? I'm recording to a different partition of hard drive, just so that issue does not happen again. Alright, so High Wall Lolthrek. We're here again, right? And the reason we're here is give me a moment. I'm just trying to get my head together and what I actually said. Right. So obviously, been waiting for this game for a while. I did actually start a second character and just played through this zone again on them. And I had found I'm probably going to do that. Just, you know, play through zones, see if there's anything that I missed, anything cool. And then I'll point them out in this playthrough. So, cool thing one. This area up here I had missed completely. When I played through last time. I'm not going to go up there, but if you go up there, there's an enemy or two. You can see one peeking over right there. And there's the binoculars. Down here, right here, there was gold pine resin. Some nice things. I'm obviously not going to fucking talk through every little thing, but there's a good reason to show off why I came back here. There's actually a pretty important item that I found on that alt. Alright, and it involves getting past the dragon's breath right here, which, you know, you kind of have to tank it a little bit. And I do just want to point out, that item in the back there is a claymore, and the item up here is a club, in case you want those items. So, you get in here and you go down this little staircase, and back there was a treasure chest. Except it wasn't a treasure chest, it was a mimic. And in there was this, a deep battle axe, which seems to be dark damage. It's a pretty good starting weapon. It does really good damage, and on my alt character, it got me through a couple of... not a couple, but it got me through Vort pretty easily. It actually seemed to be doing like way more damage to Vort than it had any right doing, so maybe that's its thing. Maybe Vort is weak to dark, who knows? I don't. And I hope everything plays out as it should once I do this. But yeah, footage was lost. Really couldn't do anything. I can't even remember everything that I said, so hey, lucky that, right? I hope this because there's a cutscene that played out when I walked to the bottom of this. I hope that still plays, because it's actually kind of reminiscent of things. Oh, nice. Ah, a shame. So some gargoyles, very similar to the ones from in Orlando, pick you up and drop you off down here. And then you come down here, and you're like, huh, those gates are kind of closed shut, aren't they? Oh, wait, no they aren't. Also, somebody's a real asshole. Alright. And then back there, well, okay, so this is one thing I do remember because it was a extremely cool touch. Yeah, okay, they're still there. So these two dogs are eating a corpse right here. This corpse had alluring skulls on it. Pretty good touch. And then there's a bunch of these turtle guys over there, and there was actually one I could talk to, which gave out some lore that apparently those guys' whole purpose is to die. That's the whole reason they live. And he couldn't die. For some reason, he just, like, he was trying to starve himself or something, and he just couldn't die. And he felt like his purpose was fucked up. And I said, hey, why don't you just come back to Firelink? And he was like, oh, I can solve a purpose? I was kind of a mage back in the day. And I was like, yeah, sure, teach me magic. And he was like, finally, a purpose. And he was really happy. And then I talked to him back at Firelink, and that's when I noticed that my recording was messed up. However, that was way later. I had explored much more of this area before I had even gone back to Firelink, if you couldn't tell by my, like, 11,000 souls. So yeah. Went in here. There's some bodies that you could chop down. Importantly, there was a body right here that you could chop down. That was very important, and I'll point that out why in a bit. Also, there's these guys. Little gremlin dudes that seem to have a very similar hat to that one guy that we saved in the high wall. Which is interesting. Some more guys over there. Yeah, and some of them are going to come down. I honestly just don't feel like dealing with them. And there's like a dart shooting guy over there. Okay. So, here's where it gets interesting. There was a couple items over there, including a Estus shard in front of the tree. But the body that I knocked down was right about here. And this was the item on it. Lorette's bone. Which, if you remember, Lorette is who we were supposed to give the blue Tearstone ring to. I'm not going to fight all those guys, but one good way is that a lot of them are standing behind explosive barrels that you can throw bombs to and take them all out. The big one over there is a mage who shoots dark magic at you that causes bleeding. So yeah, fuck that. We'll see them later anyway. So, no need to show that off again. Alright, so around the corner here is this house with a bunch of bodies that I cut down. And then there was a message here. It was like, beware monstrosity. And I was like, alright, monstrosity. Maybe like a boss or something? No, they mean this. Which was, scared the crap out of me. There was an item right next to it, and I'm like, I'll pick up this item. And then it started moving, and obscenities were yelled very loudly. Alright, there's this guy coming down the, So this guy has a shotel, and will actually hit through your shield because of that. But he's very easy to get behind, as you can see. I'm actually curious. Alright, see, these things are more of those enemies, but yeah, if I don't bother them, they don't seem to move, so yeah, forget it. Alright, so sniper head. That is actually referring to another one of those mages. Yep, there's that magic. It kind of like eats away at you. Which, yeah, fuck that. Luckily, it doesn't go through walls, so if you get a wall between you and the mage, you're pretty much set. Great voice on the enemy, though. I just love this dingus that's just like, ho, ho, ho. Oh, hi! I wasn't talking shit about you. That was my brother. Lazarus. It should be noted these mage guys are actually kind of beefy. Suitably so, because they are very large. Also, that magic that they cast has a good bit of homing on it. They can be backstabbed, even though I failed at it like 12 times. And then, right about here, I got invaded by an NPC who was, of a covenant called the Mound Keepers or something like that. Or maybe it was Keepers of the Mound. But the cool thing was, he was purple. Very regal motherfucker. Now, I didn't check this last time. Oh, that was like a bad idea. Yeah, and then over here I found the first bonfire. Second bonfire of this zone. Third if you count the one that's around top of the wall. I think the note is that there were actually a bunch of summon signs for the Mound Keepers, so they might actually be friendly, too? But I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, I didn't summon any of them. So, this area. I see these guys moving towards me, right? I'm trying to get the lay... Yeah, and then that happens. To which I say, what the hell was that? And then another one comes down, and I look up, and on cue, please. Sir. Alright, well, I can use the binoculars to get a better look. You can see there's a guy there. He is firing giant-ass arrows down. There was a bunch of items in this area and much running around. The most important of which, over on that slope right there, you can kind of see how I could move from there to there and then go back around that way. I don't want to move out because he'll start firing. Yeah, kind of like that. Those things have a blast radius on them too. So you're not safe in a lot of places. But item that was over there. Okay, so I found some of these which let you oh, so these are related to dusk. I didn't actually look at some of these items. But what was the important thing? The one that I picked up. Here we go. Undead Bone Shard. Yeah. So that one's important. Oh, also the NPC or the NPC invasion dropped this. So that might be like their covenant item. Anywho, I eventually decided that the best way to deal with this area is to just run. No fucks. And get into this house. And then I ran this way. At which point you are more or less safe. Notice all these odd flowers and what have you, and that frame rate hitch. And then, yeah, help me. And messages like monstrosity ahead and the like. So that's a boss. And I decided to go this way instead. Oof. That's a frame rate. And at this point I saw what I think, yeah, another one of those caster boys over there, so I decided to go up this way instead. Found this guy who was attacking me with a bowl full of body parts, which is pretty awesome. Also, no confirmation like 100%, but I'm pretty sure you can't backstab these guys because of the big thing that they have on their back. A good touch. Alright, so after getting over here, I spotted this. Nice. Okay, so I pre-cleared out this area pretty quickly actually, and you know, there's a reason for that. So this guy had an item. I don't remember what it was. But I saw this message right here. Try down another bonfire. So, you know, of course, you know, you fuck up your down stab because you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome, and then you frick it. Whew. A lot of chuffy boys over there. And then anyway, you know, in here, bonfire. That's the first important thing. Second important thing was actually up here, all the way around this way. There were two guys here, another guy here, and then there was a guy in here who said he was a pyromancer, and he ended up going back to Firelink 2 after I got done talking to him. A lot of these guys just seem to teleport away after you're done talking to them, which begs the question, why are you stuck in there? Like, sacrifice person, I can understand. As his whole thing is he wants to be sacrificed. But yeah, that's about everything that I saw in about a third the time.
Oh, child, come to me.
Times when I wish that enemies could smack each other. Not me through the floor, though.
Oh, cleanse the bastard's curse. Oh, child, come to me.
Alright. I say, though, even though I'm very low on Estus flasks now, let's explore this area over here and down here. Before heading back. And then I find rats. So there is a mechanic that I wanted to talk about but didn't really get a chance. Which is, yeah, you know what? How about now? So we'll actually, let's just head back to Firelink, and we'll explore this next time. Maybe after we do that boss. But anyway, mechanics. There was a mechanic that I never picked up during the first session that I did in the subsequent alt runs. Actually, I might just die from the fall, so... Ooh, that's cool. When you kill an enemy, they have a chance to give you an Estus flask, which is pretty good. It definitely incentivizes continuing to push ahead, even if you only have like 1 or 0 flasks left. As long as you have health. Because there's that chance that you could find an Estus flask. Alright, so. Let's make our way around. Here was this guy. And he kind of just gave me some revelry and what have you, and which is like, oh.
Oh, our champion of Ash. Welcome back. As I have said, I was once a sorcerer. Alas, the magic of Londor is a far cry from the wonders of Vinheim. But I can teach you what I know. Perhaps, more importantly, I believe that I can help tease out your true strength. We pilgrims of Londor are keenly aware that those branded by the dark sign possess something quite special. As I have said, then shall we begin? Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
It's just a free level. I don't trust this at all. That's going to have a downside or something. Maybe something will hint more at that later. But I do not... A free level? Are you kidding me?
Safe, champion of Ash.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, time for sacrifice. There you go. Alright, buddy. I got some bad news for you.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well, now it's time I do my part, huh? Heavens, she was already dead. Thank you. I'm not surprised, though. Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring as, well, a little trinket of thanks, I suppose.
That do anything?
You can keep the ring as... Goodbye. And stay safe. Oh, this place is a bore. What good is thievery if you've nowhere to go?
Well, 'tis good, wasn't he?
And I get another stone, so... Let's do that. Where's... Ah, there he is.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I wish to express my gratitude for trusting a lowly pyromancer and allowing me to gaze upon this majestic flame. As promised, I will impart pyromancies to you. But first, you'll need a flame of your own. Careful you don't burn yourself with it.
Oh, right. These... require stats now. We always get Fireball. I'm sorry, Titanite?
Do not be gone for long. What is a teacher without a pupil?
I mean, that was always the great thing about Pyromancy, is they didn't require much to use. And now they require, like, everything. Yeah, at least it still doesn't weigh anything. They didn't fuck that up.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service? Gracious, passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
Yeah, so that was something I didn't mention. When I was running around, I found that key. Oh. So one applies faster but for less time. That's pretty neat. But yeah, in that that area that was like a rain of arrows from the sky, there was that ash. Also, these were two things that I showed off at the beginning of the last video. Or during it. There was a man here, very mysterious and scary, like being against the wall. He was like, oh, I'm so cool. And he gave me cracked red eye orbs. And then, look, one of the lords is just straight up here already.
Fret not, fret not. My feet are here firmly planted.
Yeah, it's because you don't have any feet. Yeah, this is Ludlith.
Now.
Welcome home, speak thine heart's desire. Very well, then Tuthaken.
Yeah, I trust you, lady. You want something from me. Alright, I actually don't have the souls to do anything. So, we will just end this episode right here. And thank you for joining me for this semi-blind, not really blind, Dark Souls 3. And I'll see you next time.